Gavin. Hey, Gavin. Really quick question. There's a bunch of stuff coming out about the Proud Boys saying they're somehow having this alleged plan and they're going to take over the Capitol and defy the government and whatnot. And I've met some of the Proud Boys, as you know. I just feel like they're just most of them are too drunk to try to take over the government. To be honest, what's your take on everyone in the media saying the Proud Boys had this grand plan to somehow take down the Capitol and take over the government, and
it's all lies.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can see what you want about the Proud Boys. Like, some of them are a little dumb, some of them are a little bad apples. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Every single Proud Boy is pretty much drunk 24/7. They're too drunk to take over the freaking government. It's just impossible.
When we drove to visit Mac and John in prison, this was full.
Whoa.
Who drove? I've only had positive experiences with Proud Boys, so
me too.
For me,
the ones I've met have not been drunk. They've been basically like grown up Boy Scouts, and they were like,
exactly.
"Oh, this is how these are the knots I know. This is my Swiss Army knife," and like, all right, stay out of trouble. You know, go home before it's dark.
One time, I got caught on the wrong side of a police line between Proud Boys and Antifa, and a bunch of them like came and helped me and escorted me out. I was doing press at the time, and it was really scary, and they helped me. So
even though I'm technically more of a lefty now, whenever people attack Gavin, I tell people Gavin was one of the few right-wingers, I guess, to really defend me when I came out as bisexual and didn't, attack me for that and defended me when I was my most down. So people to say
men love when women are bisexual. Right. Why would anyone attack you for that?
Because my boss at the time for XCOM Media, he yelled when I was on Gavin's show. And Gavin and I talked about me being bisexual. My boss called me screaming at me over the phone, and Gavin comforted me and was basically, it's okay. It's all good. Like, Gavin's one of the few people who defended me for my entire career. So for people to come after Gavin the way they are, like, I'll even when I disagree with Gavin, I'll always defend him because Gavin defended me. So just some of the stuff that people are saying about him like pisses me off. Well, don't say it like that. But
Internet daddy.
Yeah, he's Gavin's stood up for me when I was my most down. So for people to go after him, I'll defend him for sure.
And I never got any pussy for any of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gavin, you are a married man.
Gavin's got a show.
It makes it more valuable that if I defend a pretty girl and don't get any pussy for it, it's like more honorable.
So what exactly? So these guys specifically are in prison because they defended themselves from Antifa, or what exactly happened? What's the full rundown?
After my talk 3 years ago, and I got a call from a dude named Michael Dar, who I'd kicked out of the Proud Boys for being a Nazi, even though he was Jewish. But he was saying too much Holocaust denial shit, and I was like, "Sorry, you got to go." But we still kept in contact. Because he went to Charlottesville. I said, if you go to Charlottesville, you're out. And he went to Charlottesville. And he was like, dude, you were right. It is a fucking Nazi fest. And I'm like, but he was kind of a smart guy. And he said, look, there's jobs, not mobs trending right now. We're right before the midterms. They want the Proud Boys to be violent tonight. They need it to be violent tonight. So here's what you got to do. You got to bring pillows. Every Proud Boy needs to bring a pillow. And when there's a fight, they attack them with pillows, and the AP shots will be pillows of like in slow-mo. And I'm like, sounds good to me. You're right. He was right. So they brought pillows, and they but Proud Boys are doing coke. They're fucking doing shots. They're wasted.
I told you they're dumb and they're drunk.
It's just like to party.
I'm sorry, but like they're always. No one really realizes how much fucking cocaine this club does.
I think they realize.
Well, they probably get a lot done.
It's like at West.
What's the point, though? Cocaine, like,
I don't know.
I've never done cocaine, but everyone I see who does cocaine is miserable 2 hours later. I don't understand why they do it.
We don't see them 2 hours later. We see them when they've just done a line. So anyway, they're high on coke, and they leave the pillows at my talk, like on the ground, and. The cop said, we got rid of Antifa. They're done. So everyone goes home, and Antifa didn't go home. They went around the block. So they go around the block, and they hurl a bottle of piss at the Proud Boys. And they go, you want to fight? And Proud Boys go, yes, we'd love to fight. Thank you.
An open bottle of piss, or was it shut?
No, it was a glass Ciroc, the Puff Daddy vodka, which is a whole other story. Like, why do you have the most expensive possible container of piss imaginable? I think that whoever was funding this, bought like
we all know.
It was like
girls love Ciroc.
It was like this, like this size of Ciroc, and there was hundreds of them.
Huh. Interesting.
So I think they poured them all out and pissed in them. But anyway,
they must have really small dicks to pee in those little bottles like that. Like, holy shit, those are, I know those, the airplane bottles, right? Like, those are pretty small to be aiming into.
So they managed to fit their tiny penises into those, and they threw them at the boys, and they beat them up for 17 seconds. And they never faced their accuser. You know, the guys didn't press the charges. To their benefit, that Antifa didn't press charges. De Blasio pressed charges. So these guys are sitting rotting in prison for 4 fucking years.
That's so wrong.
Like Max is ripped.
Do you need pictures?
And you know what's funny? They're both the president of their block. Like they argue with the CEOs to get vegetables on the commissary and stuff. Because I realized when I was talking to them today, the average IQ in there is like 70. And they're, 105 or whatever is normal. So they don't have anyone to talk to. They end up running their little area, and they're like, we need vegetables here, and we need to have this should be cleaned, and you fucked up on Thursday. And they end up sort of dominating their area because people in jail
like
are
managers.
Retarded.
Yeah. Wow.
But Max comes out. Max comes out. I know Max is this. This is my friend Max. And then I go to visit him. He's like, dude, what's up? What's going on? And I hug him, and like the rift in his back, it feels like a shark or something. Like he's shredded.
Wait, which prison is? I'm gonna go give him a hug.
No, what else are you gonna do in there though?
Just the prison
hug.
I think he dips in bananas or something. It tastes.
I'll bring some soap to drop. Interesting. So, okay, I hope
it was Father's Day at the prison, and I've never seen it less busy than.
Oh no! You think that would be the day they'd really come out?
There. No, not a lot of dads at Governor and Bear Hill.